Hello. Hello. I'm Bentley Craig, and you're listening to Things Thought on Circle Drive. Coming to you live from the very tip top of Crawford Mountain. And up here at the tip top of Crawford Mountain, I get a different perspective. I have a different vantage point. I get a whole different outlook on life from up here on the tip top of Crawford Mountain in the heart of the universe. And I was wondering, can we do better? Do we need to sit down and talk to the other side? There is your side and my side, and then there's the truth. Truth is, I had some oral surgery, and I can't stop talking. So bear with me. Now, in the last show, I suggested that we sit down and talk to the other side. Sit down and talk people to people. No police, no politicians. Can we come to an agreement? Or is it too late? I don't think it's too late. I think it's just in time. Oh yeah, I do. You know, I've been around the Bible. And it doesn't necessarily seem to be talking about this. But some people tell you it is. But that is how the Bible works. People have different opinions, different perspectives. Different ideas. I have faith in the American spirit. Pardon me. So, it seems things are looking bad. And I've said in many, many podcasts that there are bad people out there running the government, running these Antifa, Black Lives Matter. And of course, they're in there. There are bad people in there. But there's good people too. And sometimes good people, well, they get mixed up with bad people. But good people won't cross a line. Not personally. Maybe if they're stuck in an office or behind some kind of blind where nobody can see them. But when it comes down to them, they're good people. And they won't do the wrong thing. Maybe there is time to work this out. I'm going to get a hold of the Tampa newspaper tomorrow, and I'm going to suggest that they get some left and some right, but not politicians, not policemen, not firemen, not public service people, but you're just two different, your Trump fan and your BLM fan. Get them together. Have them sit down. See if they can have a conversation. I'd be curious. Maybe you could do that in your hometown, wherever you're at. Get some Trump fans and some Biden fans. Of course, that will be hard to do in Canada because they hate that Trump guy up there. Even though they're a monarch. I usually don't care what monarchies have to think about, say about, do about, whatever. I've said it in several podcasts. One day, you could just wake up and your whole world has changed. I believe your whole world has changed. I believe my whole world has changed. We all have woken up like I said before, the left, they're not right. The right, they're not right. We're both wrong and we're both right about many things. Let's get together. And find out what is right with both of us. And the other ones, the other side goes, you're right about this, you're right about that. So the opposing sides say who's right about what. Not talk about what's wrong. But let's talk about what's right. Me getting to the end of my 6 months in general crap, that'll be right. But you know what? I don't want to stop podcasting because I sound stupid. I believe this makes me humble. It makes you humble when you get your teeth taken out and have all kinds of stitches and look stupid in the mirror. Have my honey look at me and go, "Oh, that poor guy." But I don't want to be humble about my podcast. And I don't want to be funny, though I'm funny. Yeah, I love you. Just so you know, I love you. Number one, because you are listening to the number one least listen to podcast in the universe. And it's coming to you live from the very tip top of Crawford Mountain, the highest mountain in the universe. Oh, just sidetrack. Matthew Miller shared my podcast. I never met that guy. I know very little about him. But oh wow, that was so cool. That was cool. It made my day. Okay, back on to other things. I'm on Parler. Check it out. Things start on Parler. 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 I post things. I post a podcast. I post stuff. I think I changed the picture on my podcast. So, see what you think. Tell me what you like. Billy Craig at yahoo.com. Don't forget to poke the bear at FrenchPanda.com. Oh, Johnny McMahon, man with the plan. And Michael Basherman, Spirit Wars, check it out. And let's see why I'm at it. Make sure you check out Barry. No sheep. No sheep. Something I'll forget. Sorry about that. I'll get it here in a minute. Sheep no more. Yeah. Sheep no more. You can make sense, right? You can translate Tooth of the Guy for a minute. Oh, I'm gonna be so pretty in the end though, but until then, I'm gonna be one humble dude. I'm really digging that I get to wear a mask. Oh man! So let's get together, sit down, and have a King Arthur moment, round table. I guess we'll have to do it on something, we can't go do it live. But actually have adult conversation. I'm going to start with Tampa tomorrow, okay? I'm going to do it. And I'm not asking you to do it because I don't know if it's legal. But it'd be cool if we all did it. Let's see if Tampa can do it, and then I'll send one to, I don't know. I was going to say Fox, but I don't watch that stuff. Some town hall meetings. Because I believe we're local, we take care of things a lot better. Up here on the top of Crawford Mountain, I really don't care what they're doing in Seattle. If they want to poop in the street downtown, God bless them. I mostly mean that. So, I was thinking, talk about Jesus for a minute. Without getting into the Bible, let's talk about being lukewarm. What do you think it means to be a lukewarm Christian? Another question. What do you think of somebody asking you about you being accusing you of being a lukewarm Christian? Is there a Christian playbook? I mean, some churches have them, to get into heaven on faith or works, or faith and works. Really, I think it's whatever makes you feel better. That's between you and God. That's between you and Jesus. Yeshua. Ooh. Yeshua sounds better than Jesus. I'd like to advise you to go read the words in red. Maybe that's what I need to do. I'm going to do that. It's going to be a goal. I'm going to get into my little thing and just copy down and read the words in red. Let's do that. Let's talk about that. Not in this podcast, cause I need to get that set up. Get my little study Bible set up. make a few different podcasts about words in red. Then maybe transcribe it and put it in a little free pamphlet. That'd be cool. I've copied down the words in red a few times. Not all the way, because I usually lose them, or somebody took them, or whatever. But when I started that mission years ago, and Jesus said, "Suffer it to be so now." I wonder if I can pull that up, read the other part of that verse. I haven't done that for you. Let me pull up my little trusty dusty U-version here on the old internet 8. And let's go to Matthew. I think it's in 3. Oh, let me change the version here. It's in alright, yeah, 3:15. And Jesus answering said unto him, that would be John the Baptist, "Suffer it to be so now." For thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness. Then he suffered him. He suffered him. He baptized him. That's not all words in red, but that's the one verse. The first one. Jesus kind of talks halfway through it, and then somebody else finishes it. But let's do the words in red, or the whole verse. That's cool. And Jesus answering said unto him, and that's John the Baptist, said unto him, "Suffer it to be so now, for thus it becometh us to fulfill all righteousness." Then he suffered him. Yeah, Jesus got baptized. Been baptized, been referred to as he suffered him. Instead he baptized him. Cause that's really kind of bad news too, even though it's good news. Still kind of bad news. You only hear that here on Things Stop because, you know, I think about things. Yeah, we'll go through more words in red. I probably have to pull out my Bible because that little app there didn't have it in red. Red on the head like a... Never mind. What about Q? And the Q drops. You know, I was talking with some people the other day about them, and they really I don't think they care for my, you know, Q is just a fat guy in Alaska. They didn't care about that, but you know what? We had other things to talk about and agree about. But hey, and it was cool. It was really cool. It's nice to go along in a conversation and both of you throw out your opinions. You disagree, and you move on. You both go like blah blah, and we can come back to that one day, maybe find out what we'd agree about on that disagreement and work it out. But that was cool. It's like my buddy from Orlando. Me and him had a few different disagreements, but we moved on. And, you know, found agreements or disagreements. We didn't stop talking. Because both of us are not judgmental. You know, just because I disagree, that don't mean they're stupider than me. Or I need to be offended by it. You know, we're both intelligent people, and I'm sure we have our reasons. You know, we give each other strange looks like, really? Okay, well, alright. Well, the sky's blue. Yeah, the sky is blue. Start having conversations and be adults. Find those agreements. Yeah, I read an article from the Chicks on the Right posted, and you had to go to another link, and it was about Don Lemon saying, we can all agree that Jesus wasn't perfect. And somebody had to disagree. I can't remember, somebody famous. But we can all agree that Jesus wasn't perfect. Like, what in the world, dude? Do you even know who you're talking about? I mean, I realize I'm a butthole. I'm not Jesus, but I strive to be like that man. And I mean that man on earth. He came down here and lived a perfect life. He does everything perfect. Now there's other books out there, books where how Jesus was when he was a kid. And let his buddy fall off a building, brought him back to life. And supposedly a little smart ass. But Even if that happened, and it's true, so he didn't actually murder his buddy. I've been known to do things and I knew that was actually going to work out at the end. They weren't really hurt. But that's all kind of complicated. We won't go into that right now. It's not in the King James version. It's in other versions, but not really Bible versions. Anne Rice wrote a book about Jesus as a kid. I got it. I'm going to read it. I like Anne Rice. I just ain't got around to it. Maybe I'll read it out loud. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out and listening to my sorry ass. I love you. You're rare. You're the most rare creation in the whole universe. And multi-universe. Multi-dimensional. What a supernatural world we live in. I love planet Earth. I hope we can get along, little doggy. I do. I'm just curious about the world we woke up into. It's like we went down a rabbit hole. I'd almost believe in simulation. Like the Matrix. Oh yeah. Still worried about the COVID. People shaming other people for masks or wearing a mask. I just don't trust politicians, WHO, the CDC. You look into them just a little bit, you're like, why? Look at that. I'm not going to try to convince you about how and what's wrong with those people. But if you look into them just a little bit yourself, you'll find out. Old BC in the line. Ridiculous. Bill Gates. Why? Why do we care? So what? He pays all the TV and universities money. We don't have to listen to those people. We know better when it comes to something like that. This one dude wants everybody to take a pill. Are you stupid? I've seen bad movies. Reminds you of Jim Jones a little bit. Drink the Koolaid. They're out to get you. You're going to die. It's similar to Jonestown. It's unbelievable. I don't know if you heard that. We ain't gonna go into Jim Jones and drinking the Koolaid. I hope you know about that, but if you don't, look it up. There's all kinds of craziness about that man. Back in the 70s and the 80s. Remember my mama hated that man. Hated him. He was a cult leader. Went down to like Guyana. Crazy. There's podcasts about him. He's kind of like Bill Gates. Put it all down on paper and look at it. See, tell me I'm wrong. They're coming to get you. That's what old Jim Jones would say. He'd tell his cult, they're coming to get you. They're going to kill you. What else? What was somebody else we want to talk about? Oh yeah. What about sports? I gave up on sports a while back. Basically, when Michael Jordan retired. But old Max Griff, he was wondering about the effect all this craziness have on the sports. Well, you can probably forget about sports for a little while. I would imagine. I can only imagine. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Oh, I can't do it. Alright, hold on. Rock on, rock on. Well, I had to take a little breather for a second. Me and my honey been doing kayaking. I had to go practice my docking. Oh my. Well, what a world. So, did you think about my Bill Gates being Jim Jones? I was thinking about that. His daddy was into some kind of eugenics. He liked the idea of killing people. Is that paranoia? You know, there's been a lot of evil ways to get rid of people through the history of man. Like I said, sometimes in history you just wake up dead. Being complacent, not good. So I think we need to talk to these people Those are our people. Those aren't Bill Gates. Those people gonna have to take the medication, take the Koolaid. Or is it just me? You know, I don't listen to a lot of stuff. But I do hear what I need to hear. And some of it, I don't want to hear it. I'm sure you don't want to hear it either. But you are a rare creature. Rarest creature in the whole creation. And I thank you for listening. I hope you can share this podcast. That'd be cool. Even if I'm listening way too bad. But it still needs to be said. It still needs to be heard and thought out loud. I'm glad I believe in God. And I'm glad I believe that Jesus walked on water. Don't forget to poke the panda at FrenchPanda.com. Don't forget to listen to Sheep No More with Barry. Make sure you listen to some Guy Fawkes. The Gunpowder Plot Show. Find Things Thought at Parlor, P-A L-E-R-P-E-R-L-E-R. I don't know. I'm not the only one with that problem. I'm Bentley Craig, and you're listening to Things Thought on Circle Drive. Coming to you live from the very tip top of Crawford Mountain. And until next time, I'll see you then.